When it comes to comfort and Tuttle, local matters.
And nobody keeps our hometown in the game like Coke's Mechanical Heat and Air.
Owned and operated right here in Tuttle by Bo Kokenauer and his family, Coke's Mechanical is your MVP for heating and cooling.
Bo knows Oklahoma weather changes faster than a fourth quarter comeback.
And he'll keep you comfortable year-round, no matter the score.
Proud to be the official Heat and Air sponsor of Tiger TV.
Coke's Mechanical Heat and Air,
where local matters and your comfort wins.
Whether you just came from a workout or you're just out and about, our Social Sips have everything you need to feel good to feel good. Here at Social, we have a variety of teas, shakes, social bowls, or you can even try one of our cold brew coffees, made with you in mind. At Mustang Social and Hometown Social, it's always tea time.
Over the years, a lot has changed. Thankfully, in Tuttle, a few things have stayed the same. The people here are still the best, the school's teams are always competitive, and Williams Plumbing Service is still serving the community. For all your plumbing needs, call Williams Plumbing Service. One family serving Tuttle since 1949. Thank you, Tuttle, and go Tigers!
There's a few things we live by in Oklahoma: honesty, integrity, and hard work. At Triton Foundation Repair, if you don't need foundation repair work, we will be the company that tells you, because when you do need it, we want to be the company that doesn't. Honesty, integrity, and hard work. Triton Foundation Repair.
Shelter Insurance, Joy speaking.
It's Aubrey. I need to file a claim.
How can I help?
When I got home from school today, I found the house completely in shambles. All the windows are broken, the roof is ripped off, and the kitchen is destroyed.
Put your brother on the phone.
Mitchell, Mom's on the phone.
When the unexpected strikes, see shelter agent Rhonda Littleton in Oklahoma City.
Williams Foods, more than just a grocery store. Williams Foods has been serving communities since 1971. That is 45 years strong and counting. We are successful because we offer great service, great prices, fresh produce, and the best meat money can buy. Williams Foods is not just in your communities, we are a part of your community. We donate 1% back to any nonprofit organization, and we donate up to 6 cents per labels to anyone fundraising. Williams Foods, where we still sack and carry out your groceries for you because you deserve it.
At Core Orthodontics in Newcastle, we believe every smile has a story. That's why our board-certified orthodontist offers the latest in Lightforce custom braces and is recognized as a top Invisalign provider nationwide. We love helping kids as young as 6 start their journey to achieve their best smile, and we make it easy for families with free initial consultations, all insurances accepted, and no interest payment plans. Your best smile starts here. Core Orthodontics in Newcastle and Ada.
All right, welcome to Tiger TV here on the Coaches Show this Sunday afternoon. It's a brisk Sunday afternoon. The parking lot is full. We got a Little League cheer competition going on, so parking is sparse here in Tuttle today. Should be a fun afternoon of activities. But on the Coaches Show today, talking about our Halloween battle. The Chickasee Fighting Chicks came to town, and the Tuttle Tigers took care of business, 56-0. It was a fun night. I got here a little later than usual, and it was packed with people all dressed up, kids out trick-or-treating. Did you get in on any of the pregame trick-or-treating?
Someone brought me a package of sugar babies after we talked about it the other day, so that was good. Yeah, Mrs. Kahn in our yearbook department, she kind of took that thing and ran with it. We can't always control our schedule once we've been in the district play, so having it on Halloween night, we wanted to do something for all the kids, so I think there were 16 groups set up out there beside the stadium. All the basketball, baseball, softball had a table and handing out candy, and a bunch of little kids, all the elementary kids in costume got in free. So there was a lot of buzz out here before, earlier than normal.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it was crowded before. I usually get to park right up close and had to park a little further away. Had to carry all my stuff in. We did. There was a potential recruit for you. I don't know if recruit's the right word. In our booth that night, I think he'd be a pretty good right guard, left guard, pulling guard kind of situation.
I'm probably gonna have to order some bigger pants.
Right.
We're talking about the same number. Was he 67?
Number six, yeah, 6'7" was up there. Coach Draper got in on the dress-up action. Looked fantastic.
Well, I heard Baker Mayfield was up there, too.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield made an appearance there. So there's actually a picture floating around. You can probably buy it online or something of Baker Mayfield taking a snap from number 67. So it's pretty good time.
That's awesome.
It's all business in the Tiger TV booth. I mean, hey, we don't play around. We had a blind referee up there with us too. Zach Huff dressed up as a blind referee.
Like
so he forgot his flag, or he would have thrown a knee pad infraction on.
That's all right. There was one guy out here that had plenty for everything. So
right,
they had plenty
to go around. Especially that one drive. There was one drive where they were using it pretty prolifically.
They did, and guilty as charged. We gotta help a little bit.
Hey, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Those linemen, they got to take all the advantage they can.
Yep.
But they did a good job. So a great game Friday night. It was a fun atmosphere. Student section looked like it was electric again, and really came out. And we almost didn't get to see the offense in the first quarter.
That was strange, wasn't it? Yeah, we got off to a pretty good start there, and they hit us on one big pass play on a second or third down there.
Yep.
We got beaten man coverage once, and I think that ended up being about a third of their offense for the night. But the kids recovered. We get the ball back, stop them, go down the field. Man, I don't know exactly how the ball comes out. I don't remember who hit it.
So it was a tip kick interception.
Right.
So it tips, Jet McCoy tips it, and then it hits off of Jalen Lane's shin foot area. Never touches the ground. And careens right to Major Vandenberg, who catches it, and very smartly, because a lot of people would have assumed that ball hit the ground or whatever. He realizes that it hasn't hit the ground either, so he takes off down the field 85 yards for a pick six.
Well, see, I never saw the tip part of it. I just saw the kick, and it hit Mage right in the chest, and he takes off. And somebody said, it got tipped first, and I never saw that part.
Yeah.
Looked on film, but what a crazy play to get started with, and a big break for us, and guys having to be in the right spot and get down there and score. And then we get them backed up, and we score on defense again.
Right. Defense gets another touchdown, a snap over the head, and a couple of guys, the ball's kind of bouncing around. It's one of those where you can watch the ball and it feels like time is just slowing down because that ball seemed to be bouncing around for a while.
24 Goodwin ends up with it.
Right. Yes, he does.
Noah couldn't quite get a hold of it.
I think Noah couldn't get it. Donnie couldn't get it. I think there was 3 or 4 guys that had a shot at it. And then Gage Goodwin comes up with it for in the end zone for another defensive touchdown.
G squared ends up with it. Hey, it pays to be in the right place at the right time. Yeah, I think of our first 4 touchdowns, only one of them was scored by the offense, something like that.
That's correct. Yeah, there was 2 defensive touchdowns and then another punt return touchdown. Donnie got a punt return touchdown. Jalen almost had a punt return touchdown. Noah Herring slowed him up a little bit on the return there. He did. And you've got Jalen, who moves at a pretty rapid pace, and Noah, who's fast in his own right, but not that fast.
Noah's a grown man. He's not humanity.
Right. And when Jalen and Noah run into each other, Jalen's going to slow down. And so that's what happened on that one, or we might have had another one, and truly not seen the offense in the first quarter. But then the offense comes out, finally gets their chance, and very quickly, Cruz Campbell finds Donnie Schluter on a perfectly thrown ball.
It was a beautiful ball.
It was really, really nice, and it was one that was a really good anticipation throw by Cruz. Cruz kind of sees it developing, throws it at the right time when Donnie's not really even clear of that defender yet. Puts it out there in front, and Donnie runs under it and never slows down.
An excellent throw. Donnie ran a great route. Donnie will run. Donnie can run. I mean, we talked early in the season, you and I did, about guys growing up and kind of coming into their own, and you could see Donnie starting to take those steps. And I mean, he's a proven commodity now. Offense, special teams, return of punts, and then last week he started at safety for us as well. We had kind of shuffled some guys around, trying some new things, and Donnie and Major played, with that first group of safety, and that was pretty cool to see those guys doing that.
Yeah, move Jet down to that outside linebacker position, which Jet fills up a lot of space out there on the edge, and he can run, and he's fast, and gets his hands up in the right place at the right time a lot of times. But that's that clouds that quarterback's window out there when Jet's out there covering
Yeah.
that edge.
We're continuing to develop some personnel groupings. I mean, that's a place where Sean played a lot and Bear Vargas played some before his injury. And then we played Jet in that spot. Majors played that role before. I mean, all those guys learning more positions and more football. It just gives you more choices and a chance to be developing depth, and those are things we talk about, we have to do and be ready for. If we're going to make a real run at this thing, it's going to take all of us.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And so again, Tigers, you got out to that traditional fast start that we've kind of seen all year, which is exactly what you want on a Halloween night. And we'll talk a little bit more about the game. Let's take a break here on Tiger TV, and we'll be back with more of the Coaches Show in just a moment.
Williams Foods, more than a grocery store. At Williams Foods, we pride ourselves on our meat, and we have the best, the freshest, the most tender meat money can buy. There is no better meat in the world. Williams Foods cuts it fresh every day, just the way you like it. Don't be fooled by big box stores that don't cut their meat on site. We do meat right and better than anyone. Williams Foods, where we still sack and carry out your groceries for you because you deserve it. Williams Foods, your fresh meat, fresh produce, and much more store since 1971.
When it comes to keeping Tuttle comfortable, local matters.
That's why families trust Koch's Mechanical Heat and Air, your hometown heating and cooling expert.
Owned and operated right here in Tuttle by Bo Kokenauer and his family, Koch's Mechanical knows what our Oklahoma weather can dish out.
And they're here to keep your home just right all year long.
They're not just serving the community, they're part of it.
Koch's Mechanical is proud to be the official Heat and Air sponsor of Tiger TV.
Koch's Mechanical Heat and Air, where local matters and your comfort comes first.
Over the years, a lot has changed. Thankfully, in Tuttle, a few things have stayed the same. The people here are still the best, the school's teams are always competitive, and Williams Plumbing Service is still serving the community. For all your plumbing needs, call Williams Plumbing Service. One family serving Tuttle since 1949. Thank you, Tuttle, and go Tigers!
At Core Orthodontics in Newcastle, we believe every smile has a story. That's why our board-certified orthodontist offers the latest in Lightforce custom braces and is recognized as a top Invisalign provider nationwide. We love helping kids as young as 6 start their journey to achieve their best smile, and we make it easy for families with free initial consultations, all insurances accepted, and no interest payment plans. Your best smile starts here. Core Orthodontics in Newcastle and Ada.
As a mama, you're constantly pulled in every direction. HotWorks is where you get to hit pause. Sweat out the stresses you recenter in just 30 minutes. You deserve this.
The First National Bank and Trust Company presents to you the Tuttle Team Spirit Card. We proudly serve more than 20 area schools and have donated more than $82,000 in 2023. So, what are you waiting for? Support your Tuttle Tigers and make every transaction count. Come by the bank to get your Team Spirit Card today at no cost to you. The First National Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC.
A friend is someone who knows where you came from. Someone who always shows up when you need them.
Hey, Ben.
Someone who's there for the good times and the challenging ones. With comprehensive insurance policies backed by award-winning customer service, Shelter Insurance is committed to being there when you need us most.
In Oklahoma City, see Shelter Agent Rhonda Littleton for a free insurance review.
Contemporary Family Dentistry Newcastle has been serving the Tri-City community since 2008 and is excited to announce the opening of our second location in Blanchard. Don't have dental insurance? That's not a problem at Contemporary Family Dentistry. We have a $250 annual membership that covers cleanings and exams, eliminating the feeling that you can't go to the dentist. For more information, visit our website at www.cfdok.com.
All right, welcome back to Tiger TV here on the Coaches Show this Sunday afternoon. We're talking about the Chickasha game, Halloween night. It was a fun one. Had kind of a crazy start to it, a little bit of a spooky start, if you will, with defensive touchdowns and special teams touchdowns, and then the offense got in on the action. But it was also senior night, here. So we got to kind of honor that senior class. I think there's 11 players,
Yes.
one manager
Yes.
in that senior class, and so those guys have had a pretty stellar record here in their time at Tuttle.
They've done well, and you know, it's a cool mix of kids. They get along really well. There's all different personalities in that crew, and they're funny, but they all mesh well and they get along well. And I'll tell you, even more than that, it's a pretty good group of parents. There's people in there that support the program, and not just their kids. They
Yeah.
support everyone and try to help us. And whether it's food or people need rides or whatever, this group has been a group that's really pitched in and done their part. And um, that's so beneficial when you have a program. I mean, everyone just sees what you do on game night, but there's so much behind the scenes. Thursday night meals, Friday meals, away game meals, all of those things. It just takes an army, and we have a really good group. And those senior parents have done a lot for us.
Yeah, they do a good job. I mean, you go in the locker room on homecoming, and it looks like I don't know, a party store threw up inside of there.
Yeah,
And
they like to decorate. They're good at it.
and they do a good job. But that group's a pretty special group, and we'll miss them. But then when we're looking kind of through the lineup there, it's not like this is an old group. It's not like I would compare it to that Blanchard team from last year, who was so senior laden that when they left, it really left a hole. But you've got a lot of young guys that are playing well. I mean, Jordan and Jalen Lane are juniors this year.
Yes, sir.
So you got juniors there who, their impact speaks for itself. Donnie Schluter, who's a sophomore, and he's made his presence known this year. You've got the whole right side of your offensive line is sophomores over there, and they're pretty good sized fellas.
Yeah, we have one senior on the offensive line, and that's Clark at left tackle there. And, defensive line, Noah Herring is a senior and plays quite a bit up there. But, lineman wise, we've got a lot of young kids pitching in. And then our corners and receivers, and, Major plays a lot on defense, and Major's a junior. So, last year we were real heavy senior laden. We had 22 seniors last year and graduated a lot. And, these guys have that's what you want in your program. I mean, that's why you play Little League football, 7th grade football, 8th grade football, JV football. I mean, you got to keep developing people, because what they are when they're little isn't what they're going to be when they're old. So, you're always just watching these kids grow up, seeing what they become. And it's really fun to see. I mean, I was just smiling thinking of 44 Will Garrett and 60 Clark. I mean, those guys when they were freshmen and 8th graders, and I mean, just silly and goofy. And Will probably decided he wanted to lift and work hard at it a year or two before Clark decided he wanted to do it. But they've just become such good guys and good workers, and just program people and the glue that holds everything together. And just great program kids. And we've seen them since they were little kids. So,
And Will Garrett and Eli Clark, both guys that kind of dealt with injuries this year. I think Will, this was probably the first game that he's seen the minutes that he may have saw earlier in the year.
Since week 2.
Yeah. And I thought he played a fantastic game. He was kind of all over the field on both sides of the ball, and did a great job. I mean, the blocking down the field is something that is becoming sort of cliche that we talk about in the broadcast, but it's something from this team.
They do. They hustle. I mean, they try to play through the whistle, and that's important. Blocking downfield turns a short run into a touchdown. I mean, that's no secret. You can watch that on Saturday and Sunday, and it's the same thing. If the linemen do their job, the running back usually has one guy to make miss, and then if we've got everything else bodied up, we can go score. And it's a big thing for us. I still just looking down the line of all these kids. I mean, we've talked about Cruz all the time. He's a senior. He gets a lot. As a quarterback, that's natural. Guys like Brody Fisher's played a big role. His role gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But someone like Easton Benton, who was in the program, didn't play for a year, wanted to come back out, be a part of it. It's done a great job. You don't see him out there all the time, but he's like a special teams warrior.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
He's our holder, and Diego's had a heck of a year kicking. And part of that's because we have quality holds, and he's been doing an excellent job with that. Jet McCoy, I know we've seen play receiver and outside linebacker. He's also the deep snapper on punt. I mean, doing an excellent job and there to cover and played 2 or 3 different positions. Tucker Howell, who ain't had a bit of luck when it comes to injuries. But man, oh man, to see him back out there and getting to function and do some things. I mean, I don't know how in the world he got out of the end zone at the end of the game.
Twice.
Yeah.
Twice. Did it back to back. We're backed up in the end zone. We stop them, get a big stop on 4th down. And then Tucker, like you said, can't catch a break, gets a couple of high snaps in there, but finds a way to sneak out of the end zone and keep it away from a safety, which may have been 2 of the better plays of the game, to be honest with you.
It was great, man. Those guys were fighting like heck and just, I mean, all those seniors. Josh Berger, who you don't see a lot out there, he'll spot play here and there, but he's one of the hardest working kids that we've had in our program for years and one of the most quality people you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
Just love all those guys. I mean, that's the hard part about football when we sit here and talk about how good they play. How good they are as a player has no definition of them as a person. You know what I mean?
Right.
We've just got some really, really good kids that may not start or play a ton, but they're just awesome, unbelievable kids, and you have to have those kids in your program.
Yeah, absolutely, and they did a good job. I think we got time for another break real quick, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about some of the scoring plays, and we'll talk about that group late in the game because that was a fun stand they had late in the game.
Sounds good.
We'll be back on Tiger TV in just a moment.
At Tactical Pest Solutions, we prevent pests from taking over. Our defense will give you peace of mind, keeping your home or business safe from pesky bugs or creepy crawlers. Our tactical approach proactively treats your spaces before high-traffic pest season. Make an appointment today, even if you haven't seen indications of bugs or pests, so we can play defense for your home team. Give us a call and let's keep your home or business free of what's bugging you. Tactical Pest Solutions. We can beat the bugs to the punch.
At Core Orthodontics in Newcastle, we believe every smile has a story. That's why our board-certified orthodontist offers the latest in Lightforce custom braces and is recognized as a top Invisalign provider nationwide. We love helping kids as young as 6 start their journey to achieve their best smile, and we make it easy for families with free initial consultations, all insurances accepted, and no interest payment plans. Your best smile starts here. Core Orthodontics in Newcastle and Ada.
Whether you just came from a workout or you're just out and about, our Social Sips have everything you need to feel good to feel good. Here at Social, we have a variety of teas, shakes, social bowls, or you can even try one of our cold brew coffees, made with you in mind. At Mustang Social and Hometown Social, it's always tea time.
High-speed fiber internet is now available from Tuttle Broadband.
Get faster speeds, up to 1 gigabyte in the most modern service available.
Stream your favorite shows and get connected with no service contract and competitive pricing.
Tuttle Broadband. Schedule your installation today.
High-speed fiber internet for a more connected Tuttle.
Life is complex enough. With decades of experience, Cornerstone Insurance Group makes insurance simple. We can help with coverage for your home, farm, or ranch, coverage for all the drivers, cars, and equipment in and around your house, coverage for your business, large or small, life insurance to give you peace of mind. Call or stop by today, and one of our experienced, licensed agents will shop dozens of insurance companies for you, saving you time and money. Call our office or visit us online at oklahomainsured.com.
At Marshall Auto Supply, our NAPA-certified parts professionals are here to help. We stock a wide variety of parts and accessories for all makes and models. Marshall Auto Supply. Stop by or call us today. Located in Chickasha or on Main Street in Tuttle.
There's a few things we live by in Oklahoma: honesty, integrity, and hard work. At Triton Foundation Repair, if you don't need foundation repair work, we will be the company that tells you. Because when you do need it, we want to be the company that doesn't. honesty, integrity, and hard work. Triton Foundation Repair.
All right, welcome back to Tiger TV here on the Coaches Show this Sunday afternoon. Recapping the win over Chickasha, it was 56-0. We've talked about a couple of the defensive touchdowns, punt return touchdowns, one pass to Donnie Schluter, and then he had two more passes that he caught for touchdowns that were pretty remarkable plays just in and of themselves. The first one, Cruz rolls right, or one of them, Cruz rolls right, throws all the way back to his left, which kind of highlights his arm strength just to get the ball all the way back over there. And it was designed to go back that way, or had an option to go back that way. Most coaches will tell their quarterback, if you're rolling right, do not throw it back left. But with that arm strength, you can make it happen.
Oh yeah, that's one of those funky plays. We run a lot, and Cruz has a couple of looks on either side, and Donnie's kind of his last option there, and it played out. The funny thing is, we were talking about it practice last week, and Donnie kept shutting the route down early, and I said, Donnie, you can't stop early. That ball, if it comes to you, it's going to come to you very, very late.
Yeah.
I said, you're not even going to think it's coming anymore.
Right.
It sure worked. Like Cruz was laughing coming off the field, but then the other one. Right before halftime, there's about 1:20 left.
Right. Get the ball back.
They get the ball right there, and we call a timeout after they run the ball first down. We call a timeout, and they probably still could have run the clock out, but we kind of want to see what was going to happen. And then they threw an incompletion on second down to stop the clock, so we went in and stopped it on third down, got it back, and on the sideline, I'm saying, okay, let's run our fastball here, and let's see if we can get into field goal range.
Perfect opportunity, because typically, from a sort of logistics perspective, typically teams will have like a 4-minute offense, a 2-minute offense, and a 1-minute offense for those scenarios when you get late in a game, late in a half, and you need to go faster, you need to run it at a different tempo. You got all those different sets, and so it was a perfect opportunity to run that 1-minute offense, which you haven't had a chance to run here.
How pretty often, you want to work on situations, but I called the timeout on first down, just kind of see what would happen. I assumed they'd probably run it in the next two and get the fourth down and punt it. We wouldn't have anything left, but we ended up with about a minute left, and told the offense guy, I said, hey, I'd like to at least kick a field goal here. Let's make sure we don't turn it over.
Yep.
So we did what we needed to do, and then third down, Cruz kind of runs around, reverses field, and I'm thinking, just throw it out of bounds so we can kick the field goal,
Right.
He lets go of it, and then I see Donnie come out of nowhere, and Donnie gets it, makes two people miss, and goes to the house. So.
Yeah, and our replay system went down, or we'd have it for you. But the funny thing is, the first two guys that Donnie makes miss is the same guy.
Yeah.
He makes the same guy miss twice. Cruz, they get pressure. Cruz, like you said, kind of scrambles to his left, turns, throws back to his right. And really, Donnie's getting hit. It would have been almost like a tackle for loss, where he initially gets hit, makes that guy miss, loops around. That guy comes back for another attempt at him, misses again, then makes two more guys miss down the sideline, and finds his way into the end zone right before halftime.
Only Donnie. I mean, Donnie can make a lot of those plays. He makes a lot of people miss, but he's really starting to learn how to play the game and where he fits. And Cruz trusts him and gives him those chances. And Donnie made it count. I mean, get points right there before going into halftime, and then go into halftime, and we come out, and at halftime we made the decision we're not going to put our full ones out. We put our JV kickoff return in to start the half, and then we started removing people as we go. The wholesale changes are real hard at times.
Yeah.
So, piecing your replacing all the skill kids to start the second half, and then start pulling linemen a few at a time so we can still keep continuity here and there, and played a lot of people. And like you were talking about, at the end of the game, number one, last play of the game, they still threw it into the end zone, but they got down there and we hold them. Fourth and goal.
Fourth and goal from like the 3 or 4 yard line. We get a stand and stop them there. I thought the young group of defense played well. They played their assignments well.
Yes, they did.
It was a play that it's one of those situations where if somebody just relaxes a little bit, it's late in the game, you're up 50, whatever, they could have easily kind of sat back on their heels. They didn't. They stayed in attack mode, shut that down, got the stop. and then you get it back. So you get it back on the 3. So you're catching a shotgun snap in your end zone.
Yep.
And like you said, Tucker Howell and Carter Van Auken standing in their own end zone. 2 high snaps. Somehow keeps them in front of him
Yes.
or with him.
That was like a guy having to jump to get the snap. It's tough, right?
So that was the first great thing that he did. And then has the wherewithal to the second one for sure. He stretches out of the end zone to get it across and keep it in the field of play there to avoid the safety. And then get a little breathing room on, I think Brody Dobbs.
Brody Dobbs
came
got
in
4 or 5 yards to get us out of there, and then we punted away. They get it. They're throwing in attack mode still, and get it down there. And 4th down or the last play of the game, they throw it into the end zone. And Preston Schaffet makes a great play to break it up.
Yeah, did a good job staying in coverage, not interfering. Played good position and kept that 0 on the board, which I know Coach Lemming is happy about that. And I think that was the 4th or 5th shutout this year.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. All I know is we scored more than them and we won the turnover battle, right?
I will say historically, I think the team that has the most is the 01 championship team.
Okay.
That was my junior year. I think we had 6 or 7 that year. So you got a little work to do still. So tell Coach Lemming he can come for the record.
I'll just like to be another championship team.
Right.
But I was proud of the kids. It's nice on senior night and stuff. Let the seniors play. I think our starters got to play half, and then we started putting people in, and we got some guys out there in positions they haven't been out there. I mean, we got to play. Tuck got to play a little bit a quarterback, and he played some outside backer, and he's normally a special teams guru. And Benny Easton Bent got out there and did his thing at outside linebacker and some receiver, and Berger had more time than he had, and just a lot of them. They're just such good kids. I mean, every time I say their name, I think it's something cool about all of them. I could go down the list and shoot you a bunch of cool things about all of them, but these guys are good teammates, and if you don't have a good senior class as far as leadership and character, you're probably not going to do well.
Yeah, it makes for a long season for sure, and this group seems to have done a really, really good job, and those guys, when they got in, they did a good job. They didn't you didn't notice them not being where they needed to be out there, and it was a fun night for everybody. So 56-0, Chickasha stay undefeated on the year, undefeated in district play. One more week in the regular season. We'll head to Hera this Friday to face the Panthers, who sort of started the year off pretty hot. So they've got some capabilities there. They could put a game together and make life difficult for you. They're a team like that. Their season hasn't gone quite as well as they hoped, potentially, but they're a team that, again, sort of like Chickasha, the district's a little bit kind of flip-flopped this year to me. Chickasha's on the rise, Hera's on the rise, Blanchard and Bethany are down a little this year from that perspective. So Hera's not a cakewalk.
Oh no! I mean, a week ago they're sitting there thinking if they beat Ardmore last week that it's going to be us and them week 10 at their house for a district championship kind of thing. And Ardmore got after them pretty good. I know everybody thought I was crazy when I said when we played Ardmore could possibly be the second best team in the district right now. I mean, just after playing them and seeing their personnel, and we felt like they were a really good football team. And everybody thought, no. And I'm like, oh yeah, it steamrolled on them the night we played them, but they do a good job, and they've got good players, and they went down and got after Hera last week. So,
and they've gotten after teams the last 2 weeks. Ardmore seems to be a team that offense they run's not normal, not traditional. And that's something that when it starts clicking, if you can run that at a high level, it can cause some problems for folks because it's hard to prepare for.
It's difficult. And the hardest part is simulating in practice.
Right.
I mean, it was big for us. We had a bye week before we played them. And, for us to see it for several days was beneficial to us. But, like you said, this district's going to come down to a lot. If we go over there and win, I mean, of course, that would put us first and Ardmore second, and then it would be probably a 3-way tie for third and fourth there between Blanchard, Bethany, and Hera. And looking at points and how they've played out, I mean, that's probably going to make Blanchard third, Bethany fourth kind of thing. Because between all three of them, of course, I'm speaking if we beat Hera,
right,
then if they beat us, of course, they're in.
Yep.
So they're fighting for their lives. it's a dangerous thing when you go down there and a team's fighting for their life. I mean,
yeah, they're fighting to play the next week.
yeah,
I mean,
and they're good. They're really
Yeah.
good. They're going to take chances on offense. They're going to get in a lot of empty. They're going to get in some funky tight end, fullback looking formations. They'll split a tackle out and put a fullback inside of him with the big split, and they'll give you the star formation with 4 on one side, 1 on the other to try to get you to empty the box and let the quarterback run. They'll do about anything, and very aggressive up front and with linebackers on defense. Kicking game, I would expect them to do anything and everything they have in their playbook this week.
Right.
So, you got to go over there and you got to do what you're supposed to do. If you're a good team, I mean, business as usual, right?
Yeah. No, absolutely. And that's the thing, like you said, they're going to dig deep into their bag of tricks or their playbook. And so that kind of expands what you have to prepare for. You got to go over there and you think, hey, this normal kickoff, it might not be. You might think, hey, this normal punt situation, it might not be in a situation where a team's fighting to survive.
Sure. And that's where they're at. And, they're fighting to play another week and they're gonna fight hard. And our guys are, doing what we got to do, which is still try to get better. And that's what we're going to do. I mean, we've solidified the district, and even with the loss, I believe we're still the district champion. But that's not how we're looking at it. It's another chance for us to play football, another chance for us to get better, and we want to go challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll go on the road Friday night at Hera, 7:00. We'll have the Williams Foods pregame show at 6:30 on Tiger TV. We'll have that one covered. But I encourage everybody to make the trip. It's a short trip.
Please,
east.
yes.
Come out, be loud, support this team. And then the goal is, like you said, win out, clinch the district, have a couple of home playoff games, get back into Richardson Family Stadium. Everybody can come here and be loud and proud. And then just keep, at that point, really the mentality is, hey, we're 0-0 right now. Every week we want to go 1-0, but that really amps up after next week when playoffs happen. And it really is every week. All that matters is that one game.
Well, you're playing for something every week, like we've talked about before. I mean, your first goal is always getting the playoffs. We've done that. Your second goal is to get to play at home. We're going to get to do that. And then your last goal is win the last one. I mean, that's what we're after. And we're just going to keep working hard and keep being us and try to take care of each other along the way. And this team's been a lot of fun. And then they don't want it to end. I don't want it to end. We want to practice and play. So.
Absolutely. We got a full week of practice to prepare for Hera. We're excited about the game this weekend. Again, we'll have it on Tiger TV if you can't make it out to Hera. But other than that, good luck at Hera this Friday, and thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you to all the Little League coaches and parents for involving themselves and taking time to help the little guys as they learn to play the game of football and compete. And then I think we had 3 champions yesterday. Is that correct?
Yeah, championships were yesterday. Our third grade team won their game. Fourth grade team won their game, and our sixth grade team won their game. And I think they were all in shutout fashion. I was here for a couple of them. They looked great and played really, really good. So it was fun to watch those guys win a gold ball.
It's awesome stuff. Happy for them, and I wish I could have been there. I went and watched some girls basketball yesterday with my wife and my daughter participating. So went and watched the Lady Tigers yesterday and didn't get back in time for the game. So just thankful for all the guys that help, and that Little League program just keeps feeding into the junior high and the junior high into the high school, and we have to have that. It's so important, and to see the little Tigers out here kicking tail is a fun day. So
yeah, it is. It's fun. So we're looking for another Tiger win this Friday night again in Hera. We'll be on Tiger TV. Join us there, or come out and cheer the Tigers on in person. It's a fun group to watch.